All right, guys, we're here to talk about what sold for me this past week on Depop, Mercari, Poshmark, and eBay. My sales were way slower than they have been in a really long time. So I feel like I talked about last week how I'm not feeling the summer slowdown. Now, this week, I definitely am. I've still been doing everything consistently. This happens basically every summer. Sometimes I can still get through it pretty good by listing items maybe for a lower price, accepting more offers, making sure I'm listing seasonal items, but sometimes you just have a bad week, and that's what it was for me. So let's just get right into it and let me show you what I did sell. Maybe this can help you with your business and see what's currently selling. So a few things on Depop. First up were these pair of Salomon boots. This is a hiking and outdoor brand. I got these from a garage sale for I think $4 to $5. They were size 8. Women's hiking boots are selling really quickly for me right now, and you can even see like the water stains and all of that. It didn't really matter. They still sold really quickly for, I can't remember. I listed them for 40, but I accepted an offer of, 40. Oh, they sold for full price. So that's amazing. Next up were these pair of Keens. These sold for $25.50. Again, outdoor hiking type of shoe. These were in a size 8, and they were that Mary Jane style. So I've been talking recently in my videos that this Mary Jane style with like the open here and then the strap over the top, it's been very popular, and it's been selling good in all kinds of styles, even these hiking outdoor brands. So I was happy to accept that offer, only $5 off my listing price. Next up, I sold this laundry, maybe, if that's how you say it. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. It's Londre. This is a new with tags swimsuit that I found at the Goodwill. Here's what the new with tag looks like. Somebody said maybe it's like an Instagram brand. And so that was a really good sale. I listed it for $70. They offered me $56, so I went ahead and took that. Next up, I sold these Birkenstock shoes. These were so cute. These had this little dog on them, and they were a pair of blue Birkenstock like clogs. And then right here, you can see the size ladies 8, men 6. So I did go ahead and list them in the ladies. They had some stains and some marks, but they still sold for a good price of $46. So that was great. I sold these shoes as well for $36. This is the brand Theory Rabbiton. I've never sold this. Obviously, this is not, okay, I don't think that's very cute, but I will sell things that make me money. This was like a risk for me or an experiment. Here's what it looks like on the inside. Let me know if you guys have sold this brand and how it's done for you. They did sit for like a little while, but not really that bad. And so that wasn't that bad of a price. So I was still happy with that sale. And then the last thing I sold here was a pair of very volatile boots for $21. I just got these based on style. They were faux leather, but in the summer, cowboy boots can sell good for like festivals and like rodeos and concerts and stuff like that. So $21 in those. I think I paid $5 at the thrift store originally. So that's okay. Mercari, literally 2 sales. One was a pair of Princess Polly shorts that sold for $12. These came out of an old bin of stuff that my son Ryan had that he never sold, and I knew they weren't worth very much, so I listed them low, and I guess it worked. And then I sold a pair of Judy blue shorts. These were in a size large. These sold actually really quickly. Bermuda high-rise denim shorts. I did put modest in the title, and yeah, that was a quick sale. And that was it on Mercari. This video is going to be not as long as the other ones, but I did have some decent sales on Poshmark and eBay, so let's go through those. Let me know down below in the comments how your sales were this last week. Are we all feeling the summer slowdown? This was a vintage Disney Winnie the Pooh sweatshirt. I feel like I knew this would sell fast because it's so cute. So if I ever have something that has like really good details in the front and the back, I have an app called PhotoRus. It's Photorus, and I can make collage pictures. So I'll put them together and then use that for my main picture on my selling site. So anyway, this sold for $25. Very cute. Here's what the vintage Disney tag is. There's lots of vintage Disney tags. Not all vintage Disney is worth it, but since I am obsessed with Disney, I tend to pick up a lot of it because I just want to. Next up was a vintage Coach purse that sold for $65. These don't sell for as much as they used to, and this did sit for probably close to 6 months. It was the Willis crossbody, so it had this turn lock, really nice, like leather. It did have a little bit of scratches. I cleaned it up like as best as I could, but I don't put like a ton of work into repairing and like what do you want to say? I don't know. Repairing purses, making them look new again, and shoes and all of that. Okay, so anyway, $65 in that. That's great. Next are a pair of Miss Me shorts. These were actually girls in a size 14. They sold for $16. They were blue, just classic Miss Me with the back pockets. The women's shorts sell better for me, obviously, and they have been selling really quickly. Next up is a pair of Democracy jeans that sold for $29. These were a size 16. They had the Absolution here on the tag, and they were a high-rise straight leg. I still can sell skinnies, but it seems like if I'm finding the straight leg or the boot cut, they do seem to be selling a little bit quicker, especially in the larger sizes, like maybe a 14 or up. So I was happy to sell that. This next up is a Bolo brand for purses. I've never sold this brand. I've never heard of it. I found this at a garage sale. There was no price on it, and so I asked the lady, how much would you charge for this? And she's like, I don't know. How much do you want to pay? And so I'm just like, $5? And she said, sure. She said she was selling it for her daughter, and it was a really great deal. I listed it at $100. Somebody accepted my offer of $85, which my Prime Lister sent out. If you guys don't use a Poshmark automation system, my Prime Lister info is down below in the description. You can get a discount on your first month. I would highly suggest it. So this was an offer from Prime Lister, $85. It sold in one day. So definitely be on the lookout for this brand. It's American Darling. It was a great sale. Next up, we have a pair of American Eagle pants. These were new with tags. I got them for my husband to try on, but they were a little too slim for his liking. So he is just very much an old school, relaxed fit type of pants. He's not wearing these. So I sold them for $20. I didn't figure he would, but I thought I would try to see how they would fit for like church or something, but it didn't work. Next up are a pair of Cole Haan shoes. A lot of my Cole Haans are moving very slowly these days, so I'm finding myself passing on them more and more. These were in a size 9. They were the white Journey sneakers, and they only sold for $14 after I had them for quite a while. So I don't know about you guys. Let me know, is Cole Haan selling for you good or is it not? Next up was a Ming Wang cardigan. This was new with tags. It sold for $54, so that was a great sale. This is a size medium. It was black and coral, and it was like maybe reversible with the tie waist. As you can see, this is what Ming Wang retails for. This was $288. So that's why I pick it up. It does better in the larger sizes, but that obviously you aren't getting anywhere near retail. I sold it for $54. But that's okay, because when I pay $7 to $8 for things, it's still worth it. Next up is another pair of Democracy jeans. These ones only sold for $15. These ones I've had for a little while. They were in a size 12, and they were a skinny. So I kind of need to start looking back on recent Democracy sales over the last few months and check and see, like, are certain sizes still selling good? Are they not? Because the market changes all the time. So it's good to like continually be looking and changing things up if you have to. Next up was an Eileen Fisher cardigan sweater. This was in a size medium. It was a white organic linen open lightweight sweater, sold for $24. That is pretty good. I sold this pair of Noble men's shoes. I feel like these are not selling that great anymore, or for not as much. I don't know if it's just because of these were purple. They were a men's size 10.5, but I've had them for quite a long time, because if it's marked down to 18, that means they went through quite a few markdowns. So, oh well, I mean, I still made profit easily. It's just not as much as I wanted. Next up was another Ming Wang cardigan. I got this home. This was from a stop that I had that I was kind of rushed, and there was this stain in the back, and I couldn't get it out. So I listed it for $15, and my Prime Lister sent out an offer of $12, and it sold in a day. So I still basically doubled my money on a stained item. So that's amazing. Next up is a pair of women's Double H boots. This can be a good Western outdoor boot brand to look for. These sold for $45. They were in a size 8.5. Here's with the logo. It's usually like stitched onto the bottom of the boot right there. So be on the lookout for Double H. It can be a good like cowboy Western type of brand. You're seeing a bunch of canceling. That one, I didn't have the shirt. This one, the person, I knew they were going to ask me to cancel literally right away, because they sent me an offer, then they canceled it. And then I sent them an offer, and then they declined it. But then they sent me the same one back. It was like crazy. If you follow my Instagram, you probably saw that on there. If you don't, my Instagram's down below. And then after she paid for it, she asked me, does it still have the hang tag? And I'm like, oh, this is just a cancellation waiting to happen. And sure enough, I was like, I'm not sure. I'll check when I get home. Actually, can you just cancel this? I didn't look at the pictures close enough. I'm like, bye. So anyway, but then I sold it for $65 like the next day. So I literally don't care. Next up is a pair of Ariat jeans. These were in a size 32 long. Ariat's a good Western boot brand. Straight leg, rodeo, cowgirl, festival. I will usually put in the keywords. This is about what they're going for right now when I looked up comps. So I did price mine. I think I priced mine at 31 or 32. I've been pricing my things just like $5 or $10 above the average comps. I used Terapeak on eBay. Next up was a vintage Denver Broncos starter jacket. I've already sold this once on eBay and it got returned for fit. This one's sold for $13. I don't know where I got this from and I don't know why I got it because I don't usually sell kids items. So, oops. So that was a mystery. Sorry, I pulled up my iMovie there. But it did sell, so that's great. Next up was a J. McLaughlin dress in a size large. This was a brown faux suede dress. J. McLaughlin, I feel like it actually does better with more of the summer type pieces. Like I just sold a linen top for pretty good money. Their Catalina cloth does better. Next up is a pair of Eileen Fisher pants. That literally, sorry, I spaced out there. Eileen Fisher pants sold for $5. I was like checking my phone because I was like, wait, did I already talk about this? No, I didn't. So ignore that pause. Eileen Fisher pants for $5. I've had these for a while. They were severely flawed. I don't remember what happened, why they were flawed. And they were old. And I sold them for $5. So that was kind of a fail on my part. But sometimes you just have fails. Another pair of Democracy jeans that sold for $15. These were a size 10. They were a pair of high-rise skinny. So again, I don't think I need to be picking up the skinnies in the smaller sizes. They don't seem to be doing as good. I probably need to look for 14 or 16 and larger if I'm doing skinny style on Democracy. Next up was the brand Free People. This was the size large. Sure, I like to pick up Free People in Anthropologie in size large or bigger. This sold for $24. It was a black and white checkered, just like a lightweight turtleneck type top. So that was a pretty good, just like bread and butter sale. Next up was a Lily Pulitzer shirt that sold for $40. This was a pink linen lightweight top. I did put preppy, feminine work in my title and keywords. This was a really cute and really good style. So I was happy to sell that for $40. Next up, we have a pair of Converse men's shoes. I've had these forever. These sold for $17. They were gray and red. They had this like fold down effect. I've only been picking up like the Converse high top Chuck Taylor type sneakers, or if I find like good collaborations, because the other ones just aren't selling for me very quickly. Next up was a Marine Layer shirt. I got this. This was literally $1 at a store, so I picked it up. I figured I could sell it quick, and I did for $12. Marine Layer can do okay. Obviously, this is just a basic shirt, but $1 into 12 is still fine with me. Again, just making some cheaper sales to get things going in the summer. Next up is a Ming Wang cardigan. This is in a size extra large petite. It sold for $25. Black, minimalist. I do use office, work, career. Probably could have got a little more for that, but when my sales are extremely slow, like they are this week, I'm taking almost any offer, unless it's completely ridiculous. Next up was another flawed item that I sold and made profit on. This was an Eileen Fisher shirt in a size large. This was a purple like tunic type top, and it had some pilling there, and I feel like it had something else, but I don't remember. Either way, $11. I think I doubled my money on that, but not something I'd really want to do all the time. This was a Ming Wang cardigan that went through a lot of markdowns. I think it was because it was in a size petite small. Petite small does not sell that good for me in Ming Wang or like exclusively Miss Sook. So I need to really think about that next time I see them at a thrift store. I have still sold some for like a good price, but this one just went through forever, and I think it was like one of my oldest Ming Wang items. Next up was the brand Stone Cold Fox. This is a romper. This brand can do really well in some things, but for this romper itself, it was silk and it did not have that good of sold comps. I mean, that's what they were, around 25 or 35. So it sold for 28, which is right around what it's worth right now, but not compared to other things I've seen sold from that brand. Next up was a pair of Rock Revival jeans. These were in a size 27. They were the black Celine bootcut jeans. So the Rock Revival that don't have like a lot of like blingy back pockets, they're not going to sell for as much money. But I did pick these up knowing I could still get a decent amount of money from them, which I did. So I was happy about that. Next up, we have a J. McLaughlin shirt in a size small. This was a white eyelet cotton shirt. So this kind of stuff, but I feel like their Catalina cloth can sell even better. This was just a cotton shirt, but $22 for a summer top. That's pretty good. I don't know. Just like, again, bread and butter. These Abercrombie jeans sold super fast for $26. These were Abercrombie and Fitch. Size 10 or 30, they were the 90 straight high rise. They had Curve Love tag on them, which does seem to give them more value. So I was really happy to have such a quick sale on those jeans. And then next up, we have another pair of Abercrombie jeans. These ones sold for $23. These ones were in a size 6, the 90 straight ultra high rise. These ones did not have the Curve Love, so not worth quite as much, at least in my experience. But those also sold pretty quickly. We have an Allie Miles top in a size large that sold for $25. I've been really liking to sell this brand lately. This one was like a black and gray checkered plaid, like a tunic length top. Probably could have used like a lag and look for one of the keywords, but that sold pretty well. I sold these Abercrombie shorts in a size 6 for $15. I was hoping to get like $20 for these, but sales were so slow. I'm like, yeah, I'll take that. I don't care. Next up was another flawed item, an Athleta jacket in a size 6. This was the Interstellar blazer. If you can find this without flaws, the comps are pretty good on it. But mine had like this weird type of wear up there. And then I think there was some other marks or something. So anyway, it only sold for $15. Again, if you can find it in good condition, it definitely can do better. Did I talk about this last week? Yes, that's it for my Poshmark. Let's move on to eBay. This morning, I just sold a Land's End puffer coat. So people ask me, do you hold on to items and wait until it's in season? And the answer is no. I sold this coat for $49.50 in the middle of hot summer. This was a Land's End 2X down puffer coat. I found this along with another one that was new with tags. So listed for $65. They offered me $49, and of course I took that. Next up was a Diane von Furstenberg dress. I already sold this once. It got returned, and I sold it again for $40. This was 20% off, and it was like a glittery wool blend wrap dress. So I was happy with that sale. Next up, we have a J. McLaughlin shirt that sold for my full asking price of $35. This was a linen top. It was cream colored, and it was in a size extra large. So I think that couple of factors really helped bring up the value of that top. Next up was a Coach purse. I just got this returned yesterday, and it already sold the very next day. Like, I had to get it out of my return packages and repackage it up for this buyer. So their reason was I just didn't like it, but that's okay. They didn't like it. I sold it for $45. This is a repeat buyer, so that's amazing. Next up was this new with tags Athleta skirt. I wasn't sure about this because it was so old, but it did sell for my full asking price of $35. It was new with tags, like a high-low, modest type of skirt. Next up were a pair of Spanx jeans in a size extra large. These were the high-rise flare, and they were like denim. These can do really well. $76 in a pair of used jeans is amazing. Even in the smaller sizes, I might have looked those up, but that was exciting. This was an Athleta sports bra that I got for myself, but I didn't like it, so I sold it for $8. I didn't really want to keep that in my closet, but I was like, I could probably make a couple dollars on it. Next up are a pair of Vionic sandals. These were in a size 7. These were called the Naples sandals. They were a pair of flip-flops with like the black kind of little rhinestone detail on the top. $24. Vionic selling pretty good for me right now. Next up was a Clara Sun Woo top. This brand can do good, especially in larger sizes. This was in a size extra large, and it was a navy blue and white, almost like a watercolor-y type of top. I don't know how I'd explain that, but $29 on that. Next up was a Banana Republic dress that sold for $11. I got this for $1 at a store a while back. It did have a little bit of a loose thread there, and because I was trying to take it into Clothes Mentor, And maybe that's why they didn't accept it. So anyway, sold it myself for $11. Next up was a J. Crew cover-up. This sold for my full asking price with my 20% off coupon. This was getting lots of attention on all of the platforms very quickly. It was a long striped belted cover-up in a size extra, extra large, which I think is why it was getting so much attention. So it was a great size. Next up were a pair of Lululemon joggers. These sold for $55 with a coupon. They were called the Adapted State joggers. I just found these recently at my local Council Bluffs Goodwill, which is great because sometimes they just don't have good stuff there, but they did this time and they sold really fast, like in a couple days. So I was happy about that. Another pair of Lululemon leggings in a size 16. These sold for $30 with a coupon. Burgundy aligned 25-inch leggings. They did have some pilling in the crotch area that I couldn't get out very much. So I did list them a little bit lower, which resulted in a quick sale, which is what we love. I have had a couple people ask me about the video I did with Grace's items, when those items will be listed. And she only lists 3 items a day. And so it's going to be a little while before they're all listed. I already did have one buyer message me and made a bundle and bought some stuff from her. So if you're really, really interested, message me because it's going to be a bit before it all gets listed. And some of it she's saving for when Dustin and I are out of town because she still likes to kind of go shopping with me. So anyway, just let me know if you really want something. Otherwise, I did put her closet in that video and you can find it that way, or her eBay store. Next up is a pair of Anthropologie pants that sold for $30. These were in a size 6. They were a wide leg plaid, so they were like a really cute, trendy style, I felt like. So I was happy to sell those. I sold these pair of American Eagle shorts in a size 8 for $14. They ended up having like a mark on them right here in the back, so that's why I listed them a little lower than I normally do. I normally list my American Eagle shorts at $25. I listed those at $20. Next up was a Sweaty Betty dress. This was new with tags, sold for $56 with a coupon. It wasn't a size extra small. It was the Power, what did that say? Power half zip workout dress. So tennis, athletic, mini dresses like that are selling well. Next up was a pair of new with tags LuLaRoe jeans that sold for $49. These were a pair of boyfriend jeans in a size 40. So that was exciting. I think I paid $12 or so for those jeans, but I'm okay with selling for that much money. Next up, I sold a pair of Cabby skirted leggings. I don't feel like these are selling for as fast as they used to, unless they're like in an extra large. They're called like the M leggings. You can see right up there that I have. These ones were in a size medium and they did sell for $20. I sold next a pair of Abercrombie and Fitch jeans for $28. These were a size 29. They did have the Curve Love little tab there, the ankle straight, ultra high rise. Those sold very quickly, so I was happy about that. Next up was a Miss Sook workwear cardigan / jacket. It was a set. It had a tank top and a jacket, I think. Yes, tank top and a jacket. I did accept a lower offer on that because I wanted money. So $31 on that. Next up was an Eileen Fisher sweater for $28. This was a size small beige linen blend cardigan. This is an older Eileen Fisher tag, but I'll still pick it up if the materials are good, which that one was. So I was totally fine with doing that. Next up was a Honey Love tank top. This is new with tags. I got this from a local Goodwill, actually the Council Bluffs one. I could have got definitely more money for this, but I am using this for a challenge video series that I have coming up, and it sold for $30. So that video probably is going to be coming out actually possibly Tuesday, maybe Tuesday, instead of a thrift with me. We'll see, but it will be coming out probably within the next week. So I'm going to have a new series coming up. So make sure you guys have subscribed so you can see what's going on with that. Next up, we have a Soft Surroundings top in a size 1X. This was a blue V-neck, like relaxed tunic type top. $21 on that. Soft Surroundings in the plus sizes can still do okay. This was a men's Lululemon sweatshirt. This sold for $30 with a 30% off coupon. One day I was sending out 30% off coupons to previous buyers because my sales were so trash. This could have sold for more, but it did have a logo for a local golf club on the side. But it is gray on gray, so I feel like you don't see it very much. I didn't notice that when I got it at a garage sale. Next up was a Soft Surroundings top that sold for $22. This was in a size large, and it was new without tags. It was like a yellow gauzy cotton tunic, so that's a decent price. Another pair of LuLaRoe jeans, $31.50 with a coupon. These were in a size 36. They were a high-rise stretch skinny jeans. So that's a pretty good price on those. Next up was a Free People dress that might be getting returned. It sold for $25. They said there's a stain on the front. And where is it? Where's the main picture? I don't know. Like, maybe it's in one of these little folds. But she like sent me a picture and it was like the smallest little stain. So I might have missed it. So she asked for a partial refund, but I'm like, I'll give you a little bit, but I'm not going to give you a lot because I think I could probably get the stain out and resell it. So we'll see what she decides. Next up was a Catherine shirt that sold for $19. This was in a size 3X. Very colorful and summery with the flower details, which is why I picked it up. $19 is a pretty good sale for me these days for Catherine, so I'll take that. Next up, we have a pair of Athleta pants in a size 0 petite. These sold for $24 with a coupon. Linen high-rise joggers. Obviously, if they were in a bigger size, they might have sold better, or they might have sold for more money, but I'm still fine with that. Next up was the brand Troentorps. So this definitely can be a bolo. These were men's clogs in a size 11. I'm glad I looked them up that they do make men's sizing because I was like, these are really big for women. And they sold for a good amount and they sold really quickly. So I was happy about that. Next up, we sold this Anthropologie Maeve sweater in a size extra small. This was a chunky knit wool sweater. So still selling the chunky knit sweaters in the middle of summer. It was really cute, so that was a great sale. I sold another Catherine's top for $15. This one was in a size 3X. It was a Suprema top, which is just like a certain line they have, paisley. So that was just okay. Next up was an Eileen Fisher dress that sold for $45 with a 30% off coupon. So that was great. It was an orange linen sleeveless dress. If you guys do eBay a lot, what's your coupon strategy? Because I hear of some people just leaving one up. Tekken Sports, which I watch all the time, and he's like the eBay king, he says he sends out a new coupon every day. So I don't know if he always has one running or I think he puts out a new coupon every day. And so I don't know what to do. I'm like, should I just leave that one up there? Or should I always put out a new one like every morning? And then sometimes I can change the coupon like deal depending on how sales are going. I don't know. Anyway, this was a really great sale. It was an Eileen Fisher 1X silk dress. So Eileen Fisher plus size does amazing. Next up was a soft surroundings kimono. This sold for $25. I've sold this exact style before. It has this like crane detail along the front, which is really pretty. So I figured I could sell it again for pretty good money. I sold this pair of Lululemon leggings for $25. They were in a size 20, so it is a plus size. They were in excellent condition, but the plus size leggings, I mean, the comps on those are just not amazing. That's what the comps were, like 20 to 30 bucks. So that's what I did. Okay, that's it for my sales. So let me know again how your guys' sales have been. Let me enlarge myself here. I'm going to get this video out. I'm going to take pictures, get my listings done. It's only 8:30, so I've already got done my shipping this morning. And I'm going to do some shopping, so that's exciting. So follow me on Instagram if you want to see what I'm finding. I will post some stuff there. So I'll see you guys on Tuesday. It might be my new series video or it might be a thrift with me. So just come back. It'll be a surprise. Hope you guys have a great weekend. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.